You're watching Transformers of Eternia. I know it's been a while. So today I want to do a custom, I guess. I've seen a lot of people are not doing this, and I don't know why, because it seems kind of weird that people are buying this thing and just kind of leaving it looking this kind of, I think it looks crappy kind of, but anyway, so I got here the Masters of the Universe Origins movie He-Man, which I'm not a big fan of this. There's too much brown in his armor and all. There's a lot of things that I don't really like about it. But I think it's kind of cool because if you customize it a little bit, it does enhance it to make it look a little more like He-Man as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, I got this. I have an this is an extra. I'm not gonna probably use this one. Maybe I'll sell it on eBay or something. But I'm gonna do this custom and then maybe I'll just sell it on eBay. I don't know. So anyway, this is the new He-Man from the movie and everything, blah, blah. We all know, I think a lot of people have already covered this, so I'm not breaking any ground here. So anyway, I'm gonna open this thing up and then I'm gonna take this guy out and I'm gonna start doing a custom to show you how to fix this armor if you wanna do it. If you enjoy this video, why not hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Okay, so here he is in his basic He-Man look and everything. I don't really think this is the greatest looking He-Man because of this armor is so thick right here. So I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking with all this. I mean, you could see the extra. Look at that extra. I mean, it's like they added, you could see the outline is there for the shape of the band that goes around his armor. And yet they just kept on going with this extra rubber on his armor. So you kind of have to, let's just take this off. Obviously, I'm not going to cut it on him. Now, when you want to do the custom to trim this armor, you don't want to just cut it like this. At least that's my experience anyway. So when you're cutting this excess off, I found you want a hard surface to do that on. So I have just a Stratos extra body. Anyway, you can see I did this before. So anyway, so I'm gonna trim this up and I'm just gonna put this on here. So when I'm trimming it, it's actually on a body, so it can be, it's a little loose kind of on here, but it's not bad. So you want to have one of these, an X-Acto knife type thing. Anyway, but when you're doing this, you want to cut this portion here, and you just basically want to cut that in a way that makes it look right, you know. So here's the one I've already done. I figured I'll show you that. So I've already done this one, and as you can see, the difference here is vastly different. I mean, it looks really different. So you can see the difference there, and that, I think this looks way better. I still wish that this was more silver with the red blocks up here, you know, so it looked more like He-Man. But anyway, and I wish there was some gold in the belt and, you know, gold on the arm things, but no, they just went all brown, kind of boring. So anyway, we're gonna try to make this look like this. So to start with, you just want to just kind of do this like outline, I guess is what I call it. So I always just kind of basically just go a slight outer edge. I try to have a little bit, but it seems like it doesn't work once you get around these edges. But it's good to have that extra figure body to cut on, because it makes it so you can put pressure on this thing so it cuts really well. So anyway, and if you hear sound in the background, I don't know if you can hear that. My dog decided that she needs to chew on her rawhide right now in the middle of my video. Anyway, so see, it's really easy. It's not really hard to do. when you're doing this. Now this part here, because it's like the main thing you're gonna see, I really am cautious about this. So I just kind of have to I go like a long cut anyway, and then I kind of bend it a little right there. So all that's gonna come off because you don't need all this extra. It's just dumb. So anyway, and then I'm gonna cut right here a little bit, straight line that. Now this is still attached a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see this. I don't know if you can see how well this is cutting. Okay, see, I left a little spot there. So anyway, this is not perfect, I guess. So now you go right here and just kind of put pressure on it. Just like that. See, it comes right up. Or it should anyway. And try not to cut your finger when you're doing it, by the way. Anyway, this is also, you're going to use a lighter when you're doing this. I have one around here somewhere. Anyway, so right here is the thinnest part, so that's the kind of the harder part to do. So this part here, just want to cut right there like that. Well, that actually went pretty well. Wow. Okay. Anyway, so I guess I guess it helps. Maybe it's warm or something. Maybe that's why it's cutting so much better. So anyway, so on this here, I kept this, okay, so I don't have to cut into the silver there. So we get this. Just try to make it smooth as possible. So there we go. Anyway, it doesn't have to be exactly perfect. I mean, it depends on how you want to do it. I mean, you're going to be the one doing it. So anyway. Now I got to go back here. Right there. Like that. Okay, I think we're starting. And I always just cut it right there. So it's like nice and, well, it's supposed to be squared off anyway. So there you go, that's that much. And I mean, it's so nice that they have this extra line here that, I mean, you can kind of guide yourself with the armor. I mean, I don't know why they have this excess. I just think that's so stupid that they have this excess rubber on this armor. It doesn't make any sense why they, I guess because in the movie it looks kind of thick because of I guess because of his muscles are not thick enough, so I guess they had to put some extra armor on him because he wasn't as muscle bound as the He-Man should be, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that. I don't think that's a big deal. It's in the back. So anyway, and then here cut like that. I just go with the armor belt. I just kind of try to follow that along, trying not to go over the armor belt and cut that. Anyway, I think I'm doing a better job following the lines on this one than I did on the other one. Okay, so now here. There. And this thing is the most scariest part because I don't want to mess up the silver part. Messing it up already, I think. Okay, so anyway, I wish Mattel would have made this thing better so that you don't have to do this. I mean, you don't have to, obviously, but it is kind of nice to have it look more thinner, I guess. So we'll go like this. This. Here. Let's move this over so I don't slice my finger off. Okay. Anyway, it's going to be something like that anyway. I'm not going according to that line very well. Wait. Okay. And then we're going to cut it there. Almost done. So now we have to go back here and start this one. Put right there. Go like that. Alright. That doesn't. Ugh, I'm not cutting it right there. Anyway, it helps to have a really sharp razor blade. So you can cut it like that. Okay, we're gonna go right here. Like that. Almost done. Almost done. This part is kind of hard. Trying to get that. There we go. Okay. Go up. Okay. And it's still on there. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we're going to cut along the shoulder here. And we're almost there. There we go. Alright, so now I got that. I think it's all good. I took a piece out right there, but I mean, you can't really notice it, but you know, and of course I cut in on that one like an idiot. Ugh, see, I'm not the best at this, I guess. Maybe it's just because I'm on video. Anyway, I always try to clean it up a little bit here. There. Okay. Now you can take this off. Hi guys, check out my adult coloring book, Cyberpunk Barbarians of the Wasteland. If you like Masters of the Universe, Thundar the Barbarian, or even Conan, this is probably a good mix for you. It's kind of a blend of Mad Max meets Masters of the Universe. It's available on Amazon right now. The link's in the description below. So now we got this jagged looking, right? So now you want to take a lighter and kind of just heat it, kind of burn off all that, and really be careful with your finger, but you want to just kind of get rid of any excess stuff, I guess. And obviously be careful with your fingers. So Here, just kind of peel it off and then kind of, not really like on it, but just kind of heat it and kind of burn it, seal it basically. So then it's like kind of stays shiny-ish, you know, like it was made that way, you know. Try not to melt it though. I'm getting real close to melting it there somewhat. So okay, keep a little bit at a time. It's not really hot when you touch it like that right away either, so it's not going to really burn you that much. I don't think it actually will burn you at all, but all right. And it's smudge it basically, so it's like taking away from all that jaggedness, you know. Okay, let's maybe stick that back. Yeah, I think it worked. Anyway, so keep smudging it wherever there's like excess rubber or whatever. Anyway, smudge that. It's like you're firing armor and you're forging armor with a lighter. Okay, so we're almost done with this thing, I think. There we go. Let's get this and smooth it out. I don't think I did much there. Okay, there we go. Anyway, it's starting to look a little better, I think. Looking at this thing. Trying to make sure that there's none of that extra crap going on here. Want it to be as smooth as possible without melting it, I guess. Ooh, that was hot. Okay, so I think it's almost done. I think that's about done. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to look a lot better than it did before. So anyway, that's what he looks like with his armor like that. And by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I don't know why it kind of drives me nuts. I'm going to move this camera up a little bit now, kind of adjust it. Okay, so when you, here's the one I did originally. Okay, so you got that, and you see the feet. I swear, I feel like these feet, look at these feet here. I mean, they don't look like they're too left or too right, but they feel like it when you're standing him on this specific figure. Now, I don't have any other Origins Masters of the Universe movie figures other than this. I mean, there's only like one, what was it? What's his face? Spikor, which I don't really care for. He's just kind of boring looking. But anyway, so I just feel like he's got, it doesn't look like it, but it just feels like it. When you're standing him up, it feels like you got two left feet or two right feet, you know? I don't know why. But anyway, I always put them on these stands. I always get these stands off Amazon because it drives me nuts when I have them on the shelf and they keep falling. So I put all my Masters of the Universe Origins figures on these stands like this. But yeah, there he is with his armor being cut down or whatever. I guess I'll center it. So anyway, it looks a lot thinner. It looks a lot better as far as I'm concerned. I did think about doing some extra. I thought about making him look a little bit more like He-Man, like actual He-Man, the original, you know. Okay, so I thought about making this guy look. Let's just take this guy out of here. Anyway, I thought about making him look a little bit more like He-Man, you know, like the way he looks here in this version. And I just thought about maybe doing a little bit of, not taking away from this brown, but like adding some gold elements or orange looking elements in here. And the belt maybe doing some orange instead of silver stuff in there. The boots, I guess the boots could stay they're about okay. They're all right, I guess. I don't actually mind these boots on He-Man. These are kind of better looking than these, I think, even. But like, I don't know. So I was just thinking about doing that. I know you could take this off and he's got like the normal Masters of the Universe Origins crotch piece or whatever, but you know, this belt, just I wish this belt was kind of orange with some brown elements in there maybe. And same with this, I wish that underneath this there was some orange, like orange metallic kind of like this in there somehow. I mean, I technically wish that he had these red blocks up on this somehow, because I think that would make him more He-Man looking, you know. I mean, I don't mind the symbol. I think they did a great job on the symbol. I'll give them that. And even the way, I mean, well, his hair even looks halfway decent too. So, I mean, for the most part, everything's done right. I mean, the sword looks great. I actually like the sword. So, I mean, I wasn't originally a big fan of this movie when I first, you know, heard that they're doing it and it's Earth, you know. And then it's starting to kind of grow on me a little bit. After I seen Skeletor and kind of seen that he actually looks like Skeletor, and I didn't see Jared Leto's face every 5 minutes, because usually that's how it goes. But Battle Cat is really the star of the show as far as I'm concerned. And I think that they could have made Man-at-Arms armor look a little bit more brighter orange, and he should have the the mouth cover thing sticking up instead of just kind of down. There's a lot of things that they could do. I'm not here to review the movie and say all this, but anyway, I'm just saying that this He-Man, I think, could be a little bit better. Just the armor, you know. It's not bad. It's not terrible, because it does kind of resemble like the 2000X He-Man a little bit. That had a lot of, if I remember correctly, that had a lot of browns in the armor too. So okay, I get it. But I just think that they could have just made it more interesting. So anyway, I think I'm taking forever on this video. I didn't want to go on too long. I just wanted to do a custom and show you how I did this. I'm going to put this on eBay, I think, and we'll see if I can get any money for it. I don't know. Maybe I'll put a link to my eBay store, and you guys somebody can be the lucky one, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how much I'll sell it for. I don't know what to charge. But anyway, I think I've gone on too long. So tell me what you think about this in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.